Hi, my name is Dennis Siri. I am Executive Director and founder of the New York City Independent Film Festival, Independent in Spirit, International at Heart, and this is the New York City Independent Film Festival Meet the Filmmakers podcast. Join us while we meet this year's filmmakers. Thank you. Bye bye. Yes, hi. Today we're here with Maria and Joe from Lebanon, actually. So please, hi, introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Joe Mouannes. I'm from Lebanon. I'm the writer and the director of my short film Artichoke, and that's it.
Okay. Maria, introduce yourself, please.
So I'm Maria Chalhoub, and I was the assistant director on Artichoke. And I also I'm a filmmaking graduate, and I'm now pursuing my master's in the Lebanese University of Fine Arts. And what else?
So what did you think about making this movie? Was this your first movie, or did you make other films, or?
No, we were a group of friends actually, and we all helped each other make our movies. And this was one of them. And it was actually a really nice set. It was a family vibe
Okay, great.
making this film.
All right, Joe, so tell us, what made you want to be a filmmaker?
First, I was like very lost, and I wasn't sure if I really want to be a filmmaker because I was interested in so many things like music, painting, photography, writing, and like a bunch of many artistic fields. So I think filmmaking is the only way that I can like combine all these things together. And yeah, I know this is how I think I can show the world my vision through my films or through my work. And I think filmmaking is very interesting because it's not only for entertainment, it also has the impact to change and to show the world who we are and our culture. And yeah.
Okay. All right, so how long have you been doing this? Was this your first film, or have you done others?
Yes, Artichoke is my first official short film. I've been studying filmmaking for the past 3 years. I had my bachelor degree in cinematic arts, and now I'm pursuing my master's degree in filmmaking, directing specifically. And yeah, this is my first short film, my
Great.
official short film.
It's very good. Thank you. Thank you for sending it to us. So what made you decide to make this film? This film shows the culture of Lebanon. Is that your driving force almost, if you will?
Yes, of course, it shows the culture, the traditions, how parents or how families perceive kids, especially artistic kids, and how they try to shape the way and to like to be in control or in charge of their kids' future. So it was more of like, of course, it's inspired from my childhood at some point, and it's a way to show how parents should be with their children, how what goes in the kid's mind when he's supposed to do something he's not familiar with or he's not comfortable doing. So yeah, this is mainly the idea of Artichoke.
Okay. So do you have a group of filmmakers, a tribe, if you will, filmmaker tribe that you hang out with, or is it all through school, or do you have friends also?
Yeah, it's mainly my university friends. We're a close friend of we're a close group of filmmakers, young filmmakers. Actually, the scene here is not very uh, connected. Like we don't have now. They're trying to build a community of filmmakers, of young filmmakers, but there's nothing consistent. So it's either you have the connection with a senior filmmaker or a well-known filmmaker, or so you have to work on that to be in touch with other filmmakers. Yeah.
Good. All right. So what does your family think? Is your family sitting there going, what are you doing with this? Go get a real job? Or is your family going, oh, this is great. You're following your artistic beliefs and you're doing what you believe in, you're happy with.
Like you always have both sides. So many people were supportive because I always showed artistic side of myself, and there's also some people that don't think filmmaking is a real job, and especially in Lebanon, like we don't have an industry of filmmaking and big productions and box office. We don't have all of that, so it was hard to take this decision, and it's also hard now to work in the field. But I think someone, no, at the end of the day, it's what you like. So yeah, so I had to go through that, but I chose my passion, what I like to do, and I'm still trying to figure out where this is going.
Good for you.
I was actually pressured into doing something else, and I was an architecture major before I went into film. For 2.5 years till they gave up because of how miserable I was not doing film.
Okay. All right.
But now they understand and they're on my side.
Well, that's good. I was definitely told they will get a job.
Now they see that the people in the film industry getting more jobs than people who are in sectors that are overloaded.
So when you made this movie, what was the hardest part? The most difficult part of making this movie?
The hardest part is in itself the first experience, the first serious film. It was very stressful to manage all of that, and especially on a budget. We're students, so yeah, so I had not only to direct and to write and to produce, but I also had to go through all the post-production aspects of the film. So I edited, I did the sound design, I did the color grading. So yeah, this was the hardest part, I think, and the most interesting that made me learn. This is why I like this film. It's my first baby, so I learned a lot from it, and it was an experience in itself.
The most difficult part was fitting the schedule, the scenes, and the visuals that we wanted. And we were being a bit perfectionist with what we wanted, especially Joe. He is a bit of a perfectionist. And we had limited resources, and we weren't actually funded by anything. It was totally independent, literally a group of friends trying to make something. And what the struggle was getting what we wanted with as little resources as possible, mostly.
All right. And
We fit this shooting. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Finish what you were saying.
I was saying we fit the shooting schedule in less than 2 days.
And what was the fun part? What was the part that made you sit there and go, yeah, this was good. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
The whole process was fun. We couldn't sleep for like 2 days. We had like 2 hours of sleep, and we couldn't sleep because we were very excited, and we were all friends. So the whole experience was fun. And of course, when editing and you start seeing the whole thing coming together, every scene you edit next to the other one, and everything starts to make sense. This is also very exciting and very fun one. Yeah.
The fun part was seeing how it's coming out. Even on set, we were able to see how Joe's vision was coming to life, and how this thing that we've been like we've been working on for so long was being born, and things were just working out. It was as if this film in itself wanted to be born,
That's great.
and things were magically working for us.
So what would you consider success? Like as an indie filmmaker, what would you consider success?
I think as an indie filmmaker, success for me is when audiences from all over the world get touched by your film, or they can identify with the story you're telling, feeling something when they watch.
Is there
Uh,
this power?
Can you still? Sorry, we had an electricity cut. It happens all the time. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
So who's
Uh,
shining the light on you?
This is my friend. She was also working with me. This is my
Hey
best
there,
friend.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. So how would you see success in the indie film world? Like what would you say, what would you point out and say, okay, that is what success in the indie film world looks like?
Making success stories out of making something beautiful out of constraints. When something's not working, this specific thing that's not working gives beauty to something that we thought was gonna be bad. And relatability, getting to people, uh, having your vision seen by others in ways that you can't express other than film. People seeing what you want to show them, having this platform.
And so if somebody wanted to be a filmmaker, somebody who was 12 years old and said, I want to make a movie when I get older, what would you say to them?
I would ask them if they really love it, if they don't see themselves doing anything else, because if it's not this, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna be something that brings them pleasure.
Right, you have to want it. It's like when somebody asks me, should I be a filmmaker? I'm like, no, go home and work in the gas station. If you ask me if you should be a filmmaker, then no, you shouldn't be a filmmaker. You're a filmmaker, but you have no choice. Anyway, Joe, same question to you.
I think I would say wait, because really filmmaking needs maturity and needs knowledge, and I think find a job first and then do films.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's my questions, but do you have anything you want to say? Any closing statements? Anything you want to add? You know, just any thoughts, either one?
I would just want to say making films is beautiful, and this is one of the films that we made maybe in a period of feeling desperate about independent filmmaking, and in itself, it gave us purpose to continue to make more films, and we're really glad that people are gonna get to see it. We're really happy about that.
Okay, great. And you, Joe?
I think I would say to anyone who wants to do an indie film that they should do it, that they don't have to wait for the budget or for the funding. If they have a story and they really need to tell that story, I encourage everyone to take the step, because in indie films, this is the place where you can do anything. There's no one telling you, no, don't do this idea. Talk about these points and not these points, cut this and do that. So they have the total freedom, and this is what I love about making indie films. And thank you, Dennis, for this opportunity. It was like a very shocking news to know that this film Artichoke is taking part in your festival, and yeah, it was really joyful to know that.
It was Lucy who picked it, if you make it. Anyway, all right, yeah, so I'm gonna throw a little plug in here. So, okay, thank you. We've been talking to the director and the assistant director for the movie Artichoke. and they're going to be shown at the New York City Independent Film Festival. There's going to be a session. We're going to see you along with 7 other shorts, and it should be a good, fun time. And hopefully, either one of you two are going to make it to the festival.